Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, there we are. Hello, everyone. Hi. How are we doing today? By the way, Leon cannot hear me right now, but hello, everybody. Welcome in. Good vibes and high tides. I'm Gen 3 Globie Hexokai. Globie's a Gen 3 Hexokai's older sister figure. Maeve Morveren, a corporate heiress Selkie, and this is Who Are You Really? Which says featuring Squirmimi, even though it's not supposed to. Unfortunate. Give me just one moment. Oops. There we go. It'll work. It'll work. There we are. Hello, hello. I know. Hello again. I know today we had 2 streams. I know it's about very late for our GMTs. I'm currently not on GMT, as you may be able to tell, but I do apologize for our GMTs. It's about 4 a.m. I think. Yeah, but why is this so late at night? I know. Where did he go? It's so today I have Who Are You Really? And our featured guest is Leon, my Gen 1 senpai, Globie Gen 1 senpai. And that is the reason why the time for the Who Are You Really is right now, because oh, perfect, is right now because this is a better time for Leon. And I am nothing if not always trying my best for my guests, right? Okay, sure. I thank everybody for being here, and I'm happy for you to be able to fall asleep to my voice. And we're just gonna, Who Are You Really is a podcast just to get to know our featured guests with intimate questions, but non-revealing. I know, Leon almost went Lee off. That's too funny. And yeah, let's introduce him. Hi, Leon.
Hello.
Hi. How are
Hi.
you? Welcome back. They all saw you
Hi. Yes, I'm very good.
disappear and then come
Yes,
back.
I just snapped into the void. Just kidding.
Oh gosh. Well,
Mhm.
firstly, thank you very much, of course, for being my guest today.
Okay.
Secondly, let's
Mhm.
just get started. Can you give
Yeah.
your usual intro?
Swinging your way is Leon Jr. from First Generation Globie, and I am a monkey who likes to fuck around and find out. As you can see,
Yeah,
and
as some of them can see
mhm.
purposefully earlier too during Pico Park.
And teeny.
Oh yeah, he sure fucked
I like
around.
a little bit of grief. Yes.
A little bit. Okay, sure.
Yeah, it's the lowest.
Okay. Sorry, did I cut you off? What else is there?
Um, no, there's nothing. There's nothing.
Okay,
I think I forgot.
you're good.
Yes.
Are you ready for this yapping session about you?
uh, I'm quite ready, Maeve Morveren. It's an honor to be here.
No, it's an honor to have
Oh
you
my gosh.
here. It's actually quite funny. I don't think a lot of people know, but you're one of the senpais that I recognize most of all of
Oh,
Globie.
really?
Yeah, and that's why when I first joined in, I had messaged you and I said like, oh my god, or like I had said something and I said, oh my goodness, it's such an honor to have you,
Mhm.
to have spoken with you. I was also quite, uh, I'm
Yeah.
not scared, but I was really curious as to the kind of person that you were. And you weren't. super. You didn't speak to the Gen 3 girls very much when they first came in, so I was really curious about
Mhm.
you. Were you how did you feel when
Oh,
you saw the Gen 3 girlies?
generally, this is like no bullshit. When I first saw these Gen 3 girls, right, I
Mhm.
generally was extremely happy to see more Kohais come into Globie and like seeing all of them like type in chat, like literally made me like them so like you know how when you sometimes like little kids will go on their bed and then they like kick their feet up in the air. That's how that was me.
Oh my
And
goodness, literally kicking your
it was
feet.
yeah, yeah,
You were so excited. I know, because
yeah.
you didn't speak
It
very
was
much at the beginning, so I didn't know if
yeah.
you.
It was probably because generally during that time I was kind of like going very busy with lots of projects and stuff, and I just didn't
Mm,
have time to talk with them. As
right,
well
right.
as I was I think my that during that time, I think my social battery was kind of low because I was like so
Mm,
busy with everything.
I
But
see.
yeah, once I started learning more about you guys, all the skills you guys had, I just couldn't stop talking.
Yeah, no, it's actually quite funny. But also hello to Sarah
Mm.
Luceria also in chat. Thanks for coming by.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, hi, hi. Yeah, I don't I think most people don't know that you and I have from there we had like a really fast and close friendship.
Yeah,
Huh.
it
Just
went bombastic.
I'm sorry.
It went crazy, like bombastic even.
Yeah.
It was so fast.
When we I think we bonded over just very specific things growing up, and
Oh yeah.
then we became like progress buddies. So we
Mm-hmm.
do obviously maybe some people can tell that both you and I seem to always have a lot of projects going on, covers about to be released here and there, right?
Mm.
Seeing as just within the last month of me being here, I think you released like what, 3 covers? 4?
I released like two 2
2?
covers, but I have yeah, I have 2 covers in the making, but I have, like, 2 more, like, ready.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like all about to
Uh-huh.
come on, all about to come out. Um,
Mhm.
did you always start with just having a lot of like have you always been a really big project person? Have you always really wanted to do a lot of
Ah.
things when you first joined Globie?
Yeah, when I first joined Globie, I was super ambitious on what my projects were, and, like, the very first like, I literally was, like, doing too much, I think, too at first because I was handling a lot of things, such as networking out to other VTubers and trying to get, like, a big collab. My very first big collab was a Lethal Company collab, where I invited, like,
Mm.
20 VTubers
Oh my goodness.
into Lethal Company, yeah,
How
and,
soon was that after you
hmm?
how soon was that after debut?
Like, a month or 2 after debut. It was,
Oh
like
gosh.
mhm, and, like, even beforehand, before this, right, I was basically making, like, I had my own, like, Discord server and all that good stuff, but, what we would do is, like, hold these little, like, festivals and stuff, and I would be, like,
Mm.
basically kind of the manager, although I
Mm.
do a lot of that. And, like, the work would be split, and we would do, like, tournaments and all that good stuff, and it was super
Mm.
fun. Mhm,
Yeah. I mean, seems like you've always kind of had that really want and drive and ambitious energy in you then, because even
mhm.
before you started with Globie, right?
Yeah, mhm,
And
and
now
it was
congratulations for Gen 1 anniversary. Your anniversary celebration was this past weekend. Look, he looks so great now too. He's got his new outfit, he's got his little reacts. How does it feel?
Mhm.
How was the festivities?
Oh, dude. Oh my gosh. Being able to like finally show this outfit to like everyone
Mm-hmm.
is so exciting because I received this like 3 months ago.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's insane. I was like literally itching to show people, but I couldn't. So I
Mm-hmm.
like every time I like people like brought up like one year, oh, guys, let's move on. I might tease something like on accident.
Let's move on. I don't want to get in trouble. But if I
Mhm.
did.
What if
Yeah.
I?
Well, what about besides the outfit? I know that you came out with Drop Pop Candy with Pippa as well. Can you talk about your how that came to be? I know
Mm,
that did you reach out to Pippa? Did Pippa reach out to you, or did Gen 1 just decide, "Hey, all do this?"
I think it was me pushing for the cover because I really wanted to cover a song with hip hop, right? And
Mm-hmm.
how it first started is that the first like literally this was the first 3 months after review when I reached out to her, right? It's a
Wow.
cover that's been in the works for 9 months.
Wow. That's insane. Oh my goodness.
Uh, mhm. And we talked about it in the after party, but the reason why it took so long is because we had 4 artists that ghosted us.
Oh gosh, that's so
Like
disappointing.
three, yeah.
That's really
And
disappointing.
yeah, me and Pippa were kind of like a little pissed, a little
Yeah,
bit.
I would be as well. Good God. That's insane.
hmm
Wow. I'm so sorry about
hmm
that. But you finally got it out.
Finally, yippee!
I do have a question.
Yeah.
You just celebrated your first year. You've
Uh-huh.
throughout this entire year, how many covers have you released?
I have released a total of 5 covers. Yes.
Okay, you have had a total of 5 covers. You have more on the way. You've done Globie Craft. You've more than likely done multiple other projects as well. And you
hmm
say that you have so much of this ambition and drive, or like this ambition at least, right? And with
hmm
all the projects you want to do, where do you find that drive? Where do you find that energy? Like where on the hard days, what really gets you to still keep doing this? And like now you've done a whole year, but I've been lucky enough to see all the projects he has lined up for next year as well because we're like project partners, right? So he's helped
Yeah.
me planning my 2025. And through
Mhm.
that I've gotten the very lucky chance to see his 2025. Where do these ideas come from? Where does your energy come from? Where does your drive, especially on the hard days? On the days that's just you're so cuz I know people have those days. What do you tell yourself?
Really, what really drives me to just keep on going is that generally, like, I really like if the first thing that comes up in my head is like the love and support I get from my gen mates. My
Mm.
mouth is not moving.
It's okay.
And
You're too emotional.
whoops.
No, I'm
And
kidding.
I
I'm
think
kidding.
and I think what happens is that whenever I see the love and supports given to me by my chat, like the people who follow me as well as the people I'm close to, such as like family members and everything, like
Mhm.
they all help me be able to keep pushing forward. And like simple story, long story short, I just enjoy what I do. Like it's just that simple. Like I love what I do, and like even on the hard days, even if I like find even if I can't like even pick up like a pen,
Mhm.
if I s- if you if I start picking up the pen on a hard day, I won't stop. I won't be able to stop because of how much fun I'm having.
I see.
Mhm.
So you're really good at getting yourself to do at least the beginning, and then once you start,
Yeah,
it's hard to stop, right?
yeah, it's hard to stop. Mhm.
Out of how many of this projects and your ambitions and your thoughts, like ideas, would you say in a percentage, how many of
Mhm.
them do we not get to see? How many of them just end up failing or having to be changed and stuff?
I'm not gonna lie, some of the projects that I have been postponed quite a bit, but in all honesty, I think they're still gonna go through, right, in
Mm.
2025. I've never found myself dropping a project before in this 1 year. Um, I always went through everything that I wanted to do, and one big part of that is like Globie medieval Globie craft was super hard to like
Mm-hmm.
get up and running, and like it, I pulled up like multiple all nighters to like finish it.
Right.
Um, and like I can see myself doing that with like other projects as well. So like they just don't get like postponed or like dropped, right?
Right. I see.
Mhm.
I just, aren't you tired?
Um, well, lost. Yes, I am tired, but
Mm-hmm.
the thing that keeps me keep on going is how much fun I'm having. Literally, in my perspective, if in the end you're having fun, it's worth it. Like, if you keep on pushing yourself and you just keep on going, it's gonna be worth it. Like,
Mm.
it's hard, but you're having fun, so it's all good.
It all sounds so nice. I'm really glad that you're having a ton of fun doing the things that you love. Even I have to
hmm
admit, like I love, VTubing and being my Selkie self so much, and I still have days where I go, well, I just really want to cancel today's stream. You know what I mean?
No, 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 real life.
As much as you love it, of course there's a lot of things that come with it. And even if I'm having
hmm
fun, there are times where it just tends to be difficult, you know?
Yeah.
So it's quite
hmm
amazing how you really find your ways pushing through some of that.
hmm
Hmm.
Uh, it's great. Like if I were like the best advice I can give is just like even on the hard days, you can just take it slow. Slowly does it, and you'll be able to find that momentum back again. It's like I even had like days where it's like stop, right? Everybody's
Hmm.
gonna have those days where they stop. If you
Yeah.
stop, that's completely fine. You take your days off. You deserve it.
Right, right, right. And
hmm
everybody should only do what they feel comfortable to do, right?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Do you think obviously you've accomplished so much and we will continue to accomplish, like me and you have projects also coming up together, um
Yeah, for real.
which I'm super excited to share once we get to, but
hmm So excited.
how do you think
Uh-huh.
you've accomplished most things that you wanted to within that year? Like, do you think, would you wish that you accomplished more, or are you completely happy with everything you were able to do?
I know I know I had a lot more projects in 2024, right? I was supposed to have a solo cover in my 1 year anniversary, right? But
Mm.
unfortunately was like some like unforeseen health problems. I'm okay though. I'm fine. But like some unforeseen health
Mhm.
problems happened and I couldn't like go forward with it. So it's just fine. And that just means that what I did within my first year is what I could physically and capably do, and I'm happy with that. And being able to move forward with a such an amazing year that I have is fulfill fulfilling. So being and I could always just postpone it for 2025, and I think I can just do more things in 2025.
Mm. Yeah, I do
Mhm.
know a little bit of that, and I do hope I'm glad that you feel a bit better now. Uh,
Mhm.
you're really good at giving yourself grace, being able to say, I did what I could do, instead of kind of just beating
Mhm.
yourself up over the things that you wanted to but couldn't do. I often have trouble with that. I often think to myself, oh my goodness, I could have done this if I just tried my, if I just tried to move this time and
Oh
this
no.
time. How do
Mhm.
you, what is it about you, or like, what do you think to yourself that is so helpful in giving yourself grace?
What like of course when it first happens, right? When a project and like plans don't work out as they intended, of course it's gonna hurt. Of course you're gonna feel that little like ah, man, I could have done better. Shit, it's all over.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I really think that what I do is there's just another better tomorrow, right? There's
Mm-hmm.
it's things don't always go your way, and in the end, it's gonna be okay. It's not the end of the world. You have so much time on your hands to be able to like figure it out, and I give myself that time to figure it out. And although sometimes my mental can get the best of me,
Mm-hmm.
it's okay. You got a lot. You got a long road.
Mm-hmm. Who would you attribute to for being able to kind of give you this attitude and this understanding of, taking care of yourself? Who would you give credit to?
Honestly, my family.
Yeah.
Um, my family has like helped me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Holy, and given me lots of help, and they've been there for me this whole time. And they give me the strength and drive to push through. Also my gym mates. They're what
Mm.
I think my gym mates are what make me like keep on pushing forward. I see them like do all these projects, all these skills, and it just makes
Mm-hmm.
me like, whoa, they're so cool and they're so talented, skilled. Like even when I'm like talking to you, man, you're you like genuinely impress me a lot, as well as like the other people. You like
Thank you.
I find myself looking up to everyone in Globie. I want to be able to like deliver content on the same level as you guys do, and
Mm,
that's what helps me drive.
mm. You've already done
Mm.
so much, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wonder, like, even sometimes I think because you're sitting here and you're like, man, I wish I could do just as much as you. And I'm like, you've done more than me. What are you talking? You know what I mean? So it's so funny. So it's so funny. But I mean,
Mhm.
it's really heartwarming to know that you have a lot of good supports around you, because obviously it's not just the family that that's
Mhm.
around you, and family can be so important, even including found families, which I feel like you might have found with Gen 1 as well. um
Mhm.
your support structure is really good. How would you tell somebody who may not have the best support structures on how to create that or how to find that for themselves?
My best bet is if they have a friend, if they have anyone to talk to that person. Make
Mm,
that like don't fully rely on that person. You have to rely on yourself, right? In the
mm,
end, you're the one who will pick yourself back up, right?
right.
And you should be able to like get some like if they don't want to if they're like, hey, if it's a friend it's like, oh, you need help, I'm sorry, I'm busy. Um sorry, bestie, but
Sorry, I'm busy.
um my opinion, if you yourself are just feel that loneliness and you can't figure figure out anything, my opinion, you have a long road. You have, as I said, like a while ago, you have a long road before you. You have that time to plan and structure things out, and
Mm,
it will be hard. But IMO sometimes just letting it loose. Don't be so hard on yourself. Do not put expectations of what you can be,
mm-hmm.
but put yourself in a place where you're happy. Because like if
Mm,
you have these expectations of yourself
mm-hmm.
in the future, you're always gonna have those expectations of yourself. You're gonna you're gonna be like, oh, I finally made it, but I need to go over here. Don't think that.
Mm.
You need to be happy with what you have.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's
Mhm.
it's definitely true. I think your very first point of saying just, if you have someone to talk to them. I know a lot
Yeah,
of people who might feel like they're burdening others, right? But
yeah,
it's
for sure.
hard to find somebody that you can support you if you never allow them to support you, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't push yourself away from people who are literally trying to help you. It'll do you bad.
Right, right. Yeah, no, I mean that's absolutely
Mhm,
true, and I think uh it's really strong also to accept support. Like hearing
yes.
how much support has driven you because you have a whole positive energy always. Like I always am like whenever we speak,
Mhm.
you're so positive. It's really funny everyone. I
Yippee!
It's true. It's true. It's really funny. Like
Positive.
sometimes I'll positive with the sparkle eyes. Um when I very often, have because there's so much going on with all my different businesses and everything and you're always like, "Okay, how are
Mhm.
you?" I'm like, I'm struggling." And
Oh
like the
no,
very first
bestie, I will be always checking up on you 24/7. You don't gotta worry.
No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. He's just very greatly. He's just like, "Oh, how are you?" And I'm like, "I'm struggling." And he's like, "Ganbatte." Like that's the only thing he can say, he says. And I'm like, "How does he stay so positive?" But yeah, I can see that, I can see exactly
Mhm,
why and maybe, that hopefully is a really good lesson to everybody else also in allowing
mhm.
people to support you and if hopefully other people will feel that you can support them as well. And it's funny
Yeah,
because you mentioned, go ahead.
mhm. Oh, sorry. Whenever whenever I see the comments on a big thing that also drives me is whenever I see the comments and like the love in my chat or like covers, right? I
Mhm.
literally spent like 20 minutes to half an hour replying to every comment yesterday on Drop Top Candy. And
Oh,
that it's all the love and support. That's what drives me as well. And like generally, thank you guys, Monkey Boys.
mm, that's so sweet. Monkey bless indeed. No, that's really sweet. That's really sweet. Oh gosh.
Mhm.
It's true. Sometimes whenever I see this is what gets me every time when people say thanks for the stream and thank you for the schedule.
Dude,
Because now I feel like, oh my
God,
goodness,
dude.
right, right. Because it's like something so simple, and yet
Mhm.
it's such a good motivator. It's like, oh my goodness, somebody enjoyed this enough to thank me.
I
It's just
know,
this.
right? Like that it's like if you it's like a little small adrenaline rush. You feel me, right? It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah. Oh, yeah, I think I had a stream yesterday and I had
uh-huh.
mentioned how I realized and I told you this when I first looked at my analytics here and I had mentioned how I realized that I had like a lot of it said that I had a lot of Malaysian viewers. And this morning
Uh-huh.
after a big Selkie nap, I woke up and I
Mhm.
saw that somebody had put that in chat like, oh, for any VOD watchers, really quickly, like this is what Maeve was asking for, and I was like, you pay so much attention to me, and you're here to help me. It's so sweet. Oh my goodness, it
Dude,
makes me like
oh my
blush a little.
gosh.
It's like something so simple
Dude.
can be so simple, right?
Mhm.
Mm.
Dude, props to anyone who does that. You
Yeah,
guys are the goats. Like
yeah,
honestly. You
the
guys make
true
her day.
drivers. Yeah,
Generally.
yeah, the true drivers. Well, it's insane. I mean, it's hard to imagine that you would be, right? But
Mhm.
the question really is, because you
Mhm.
mentioned it earlier, do you ever feel lonely?
Yeah, of course I do. Like this is like this is like a profession where it's like a very hard profession, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
given like the male VTuber audience is like pretty hard to do, right?
Mm.
But like it feels lonely in a sense like you yourself are like working on your own projects, right? You have to do your projects yourself with the help of management, of course,
Mm.
but you don't have that like depends, right? You don't have like that other person like you know what I mean, right? When you're working on a project by yourself, you just
Mm-hmm.
feel that sense of loneliness, like, oh, I could talk about this with someone, and you don't have that person, right?
I see. I
Mm.
see. So you're definitely like you like coexisting a lot.
Yeah, I like coexisting a lot. Like I like if I don't have anyone with me in my projects, I think I wouldn't be able to get this far. And that's why
Mm.
I thank my mods as well as Gemmas, as well as chat.
Oh,
You guys are the drive.
that's so sweet. I mean, obviously, we've
Mhm.
talked a lot about, the way that it is in the career and, feel even the question, do you ever feel lonely is about career and all that stuff. I know that,
Mhm.
would you say that your career drives most of you? Do you think that outside of VTubing, you have a lot of other like really big hobbies and really big moments
Um,
and things?
Usually, I think VTubing is what is my life right now. VTubing,
Mm,
I wake up, I do like if I want to take it easy, I play a couple of games, but like I wake up, work, play games, sleep,
mm.
wake up, work. It's literally just been like a cycle for the whole year. So
But you love
I've
it.
just been on the grind every day. Huh?
But you love it.
Yeah, I love it. It's so fun.
Do
The most
you?
fun I've had. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
It's the most fun I've had. Like like ever since like I picked up content creation,
Mm-hmm.
it's just clicked with me. I wanted to make content that makes people forget about like the hard times in their life.
Mm,
That's one thing that drive that helps me. And like um whenever I see those comments where people are like, I had a bad day and
mm.
watching your stream made it better, that those comments almost make me cry. I'm
Oh,
gonna be genuine.
goodness.
Real with you. Like whenever those people type in chat, oh, I just had a really bad day. I'm having a hard time, but you make me keep on going. Those comments like make me so happy. Like I'm happy crying.
Right, right. Would you say so? You're a very emotional guy, you
Yeah.
think? You're very
Yeah,
emotional
I think
monkey?
yeah, I think I'm a very emotional guy.
What was your life before you did VTubing?
Basically, I was just trying to figure out what college to go to, figure out like I was like content creation on the side, but like I was trying to figure out like content creation, right? But
Mm.
I went to computer science and I absolutely loved it. I hate coding. Ever you show me coding, I was like, nope, I'm walking out.
What language do you hate the most? Do you remember any of the
What language?
languages?
No, no. I
Mm.
literally I literally took like 1 month of coding. I had to go like on a vacation during that time.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't take my college seriously because like there was so much happening. That
Mm.
vacation was jam packed. I went bar hopping once. but
Oh my gosh.
and
They let a
it
monkey
was
into a
really
bar?
and like I was pretty far behind in school and I tried like I literally tried like trying to study. I
Mm-hmm.
took I had my phone with me, I tried studying once, and then I fell asleep immediately because of how tired I was from vacation in the hotel room.
Mm.
Literally every damn time I fell asleep.
No, that's understandable. That was me when I used to have to study as well. I'm not a big study person.
Dude, so me too.
Mm.
And like at that time I couldn't catch up with school. And I I found myself not like wanting to do college anymore. Like I didn't want to do college. I
Mm.
wanted to do multimedia arts, but there was a school closer to me. It was for convenience, so I decided to take computer science, which was absolutely fine. But I hated it.
Mm, I see. Do you think
Mhm.
that if you didn't take that convenience and you went to multimedia arts, maybe you wouldn't be here?
I
Or
don't know actually because even before then, I was doing my best to like audition as a VTuber. I was
Mm.
auditioning for a VTuber for 3 years, but I only ever did like 3 applications.
Wow, wow. So you've wanted
Yeah,
to be a VTuber since the very beginning of it, really.
yeah, very beginning
Um,
of it.
Hi,
Mm-hmm.
you're just a fresh wee little monkey.
First wee
Okay.
little monkey. That was only like 2000 issues.
So even before when like your
Yeah.
life before becoming a VTuber was literally just
Mhm.
trying to become a VTuber and content creation.
Yeah. Hmm. Like
What
literally.
well, I need to
Hmm?
dig deep even more on this, right? What
Sure.
put you into that? What put you onto that? Did you watch Markiplier one day and you said, "You know what? I want to do that." Like what
Yeah, it's crazy because I love Markiplier.
I knew it. I knew it. That was a guess, everybody. I died.
um, what really drove me to do it is I just thought like I did a video one day, I edited it all, and it just went from there. I used to watch Markiplier a lot. I used to watch Jacksepticeye, all the good old
uh
good VTubers, all of them.
Still
Even Sunny
here.
the
They're
Good
not
Monkey.
dead. A lot
Yeah.
most of them are still here. You can check them
Yeah, I'm
out.
so glad. Man, I love Markiplier.
Yeah, yeah. Oh.
And um yeah, that moment when you get so lost in the talk and you forgot the question. What was the question?
The question was give it a second. The question was how did you get on who put you onto that? Well, how did you get onto that?
Oh,
And onto like
yeah.
loving content creation and then separately why VTubing? I like this is a second question follow up later. Why VTubing?
Yeah. So really what really got me into VTubing is the very first person. She's not. Absolute brilliant. I love her. Like
Mm.
generally she's the one who started the whole VTubing scene. She's the one like I think she's the literal father of VTubing. Literally. And she's not I whenever I first saw her, like it was like I was impressed. I felt like a little kid receiving his first toy. Let's
What were you so impressed about?
like how a 3D model can be controlled by a uh and be
Mm.
controlled by someone and be able to reenact things and just have fun. And
Mm.
like seeing them do concerts, seeing them be able to create long form or short form videos while streaming and having the most fun they've had in their life, it looked like it.
Right, right.
And it just seems so fun to do.
Mm.
And it only really clicked when I saw like Hololive. Elite Nico. That was my very first Hololive member that I love to watch. I love her so much. And I used to watch her streams like every day, even though I didn't understand a single thing.
Elite Miko's the best, that's why. Those two were
Yeah,
actually
really.
at the very beginning of my journey as well, so it's quite funny. But
Mhm.
so you just it looked like VTubers were having more fun than regular content creators?
And it's not like they were having more fun. Right? There's a bunch of things that come into VTubing that are unique, and that's what really clicked with me. Like,
Mm.
there's so many things that a VTuber can do, and the same thing as a normal person can do, like a flesh keeper can. But makes a VTuber stand out is that you get to play someone
Mm.
that you can really become one with. Like I have completely fallen in love with myself. I will
Yeah,
would
say it
would
louder. Say it louder.
cool reach. I've fallen in love with myself, chat.
Oh
Hey,
my
self love
god.
is all what it's about. Hey, you might say that's cringe, but that's what keeps you
It's
going. Self love,
true. It's
okay?
true. Everybody give yourself some love. It's true. I
Hmm.
know. No, I know exactly what you're saying. It's just like an original character almost, regardless of
Yeah.
whether or not it was your own original character, right? Um,
Hmm.
kind of something that you make your baby. Kind of something that
Yes,
you
it's
like,
like
yeah.
my baby.
My baby. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that's
Hmm.
interesting. Yeah, no, VTubing definitely has other parts to it. I mean, I was always incredibly impressed by the technology and how much
Oh, for real.
more the technology is growing right now. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, I've always done acting, and so uh,
Mm-hmm.
being able to play a character is literally all I love to do in my life. My favorite thing in the world is to lie, obviously. So,
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
oh my goodness. So, how
Yeah,
much would you
I
say?
get what you mean.
Would you say that
Yeah.
Leon and Leon are very different at all?
No, well, I am a very quiet person on IRL, but like once we click, right? If you're a good friend of mine, I will always be talking to you. I will act like how I in streams. Okay?
Mm.
If you see me and I'm like your friend, right? And I see like Kafka on the screen, I will unintentionally bark. I accidentally barked on like
No, I know, Leon. I know.
I, I
Leon
I
barks
accidentally
more
did it at
than
the
Bonnie
convention.
does, I'm pretty
I didn't
sure.
even I didn't even notice. I was like, oh fuck.
That is so funny. Do you do that? Because sometimes I'll do things that I'm okay to do for stream, but then I'll do it in
Uh-huh.
person, like just out in the world, and I'm like, wait, what the heck? Why did I do that? Did you do that? Is that what you did?
Yeah, no. That's me. That's what I just did when I barked. And then all my friends just heard me. I was like, yeah, What'd you expect, guys?
Dang, you know?
Okay.
That's so funny. I know. Oh gosh. It's nice to know that Leon and Leon aren't so different. How did you decide that?
Yeah. How did I decide that? I think I've just been like this my whole life. Just like a positive energy for all my friends, helping everyone. Because I
Mm,
generally have been that. I generally like my whole life. The more I think about it, I've been a very um the more I think about it, like from the past, like things that have happened, I've become so much more of a positive person. Like, um, lots of things have happened, but like my mindset has just come to stay
mm.
positive. You're good. Get good.
That's quite
Uh,
insane. It seems almost like both a buff and a debuff to be born with just such a positive and driving mindset, right? Because
mhm.
sometimes, like, I'm sure you want to allow yourself rest, and then you go, "Yeah, but I know I could do it." Mm,
Yeah, for real.
yeah.
I legit like woke up and I
What?
remember.
Yeah, no, that's okay. You can tell them if you're okay
Oh
with it.
yeah, yeah. I legit chat. I'm not gonna lie. I got like 4 hours of sleep today. I literally woke up like 2 hours ago. I woke up. Oh shit! Did I miss the collab? Oh, I didn't. I'm okay.
Yeah, he was like, I can't be late to another Maeve collab. That would suck.
No.
I
I'm sorry.
tease. No. I'm just teasing. Much love, monkey bless,
Mhm.
right?
Monkey bliss with love appreciation.
Yeah, exactly. That's like the one thing I know that you say, which is funny. Oh gosh.
hmm
Shoot. Oh, so with
Yeah.
Leon, you didn't have a point when you were thinking to yourself like, "Oh, I want Leon to have this really cool vibe to him and like I'll get to play a character that's a little different." You always kind of just wanted him to be like you?
I think what really is the mindset to get into these things is that you should play a person that you are happy with. In this case, me. I am fine with being me. And if you do get into like a person you're not happy with, what's the point? You don't love what you do. You have to follow your passion and like what your gut tells you. If it if it like if it doesn't roll with you, you gotta stop. You gotta go back. Of course, it's fine going outside your like comfort zone, but not too much that you're uncomfortable. Never
Right.
do that.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm glad that like
Yeah.
most of what we know about you is pretty much kind of just out there. So, is there anything you're afraid you won't accomplish in your time as Leon or in your real life?
One thing I'm afraid that I won't accomplish is me being falling short.
You
I
being
feel like
what?
that's every conflict. Falling short, basically, like
Falling short
being
of what? Expectations? Your expectations?
uh like of like what I can do. Like if I know I'm capable of it and I can do it, but I fall short, that's one of my fears, basically.
Mm.
And I think also letting my chat down. That is one of my most fears ever. If I let you guys down, I will like do a 20. I will like I will say I'm sorry for like 10 minutes.
Well, in what ways have you let them down? Have you ever let them down before?
I don't think I have. Hopefully I haven't, but I generally hope I've always made you guys like me. Mm.
What in what ways do you think you could let them down?
Um, I think just falling short, I guess, and not
Mm.
like doing not I guess like not doing what I used to do, right?
Mm.
Being I guess not confident enough in
Mm.
myself, which
Wow.
is which is what I do have a lot. I'm not gonna lie, um, but I just keep on going, and the confidence builds back up when I see the comments and everyone around me.
Mm. So there have been times you would say that you have lost confidence and did kind of let yourself down, maybe?
Yeah, for sure. Everybody has those self-deprecation moments.
Yeah. Yeah, I just
Mhm.
wanted to know about, like, because you say
Yeah,
falling short, but sometimes when you put your own expectations on things, it's really easy to fall short. Even when you're
yeah, for
achieving
sure.
so many
That's for sure.
wonderful things, you keep thinking it'd be so much cooler to achieve the next thing and then the next thing. So it's difficult.
Yeah.
How do you
Yep.
do you beat yourself up when sometimes things fall short, but it's not to do with you? Because obviously a lot of people, a lot of other
Oh,
things
yeah.
happen around things like
Mhm.
covers, for example. I wanted to release my cover at a certain time, but due to other people's timing or whichever, like it had to be moved, and now it moves
Yeah.
everything. And like, do you
Yeah, I
ever beat
completely get
yourself
what you
up
mean.
for that, even
Yeah.
though it's falling
Oh,
short?
for sure. For sure. I do beat myself up for it, but it's all good and all because like even in the end I got it. I was able to get it out, right? It had to be
Mm.
postponed. Some things I had to do were postponed, right?
Mm.
Draw pop candy, for instance, bossy on mirror. And um they're still out there and they're finally out. So I was like, hey. Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, you still ended up getting it, so
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm happy for that. If anybody hasn't seen yet, they did do drop pop candy. It's so adorable. It's so great. And the art is so good.
Mhm. He's
Um,
so adorable.
yeah, yeah. What would you define as success for you?
Success.
Mm-hmm.
Success for me right now is being able to reach the goals I write. I think I'm very successful. I feel like myself. If I were to compare myself before VTubing and now, I really think I knocked it out of the park with this one. I think I myself did what I couldn't do a year ago. Um, like before that, like when I debuted, I couldn't sing at all, and
Mm.
I literally like would practice day and night for that first cover of Adorgo, and I'm truly proud of what I did this year. So
Mm.
moving on forward, I think I can like keep on going.
Did
In
you
a sense,
sing because you became a VTuber, or did you become a VTuber because you wanted to sing?
I wanted to I wanted to become a VTuber because I wanted to sing. I want
Oh.
to be known as a V singer as well as like
Oh,
other
so you've
things. Yeah.
always wanted to sing.
Yeah, it clicked with me like a couple of years ago. Like,
Wow.
oh, singing is actually fun.
Yeah, Leon, I don't know how to tell you this, but knowing the where you are or the type of person you are, it tracks. Does that
Yeah,
does that
Philippines.
make
Yeah,
sense?
I don't. every Filipino knows how to sing. I don't know why.
Okay, great. I didn't know if you were willing to say it, so thank
Oh no,
God.
people know I live in the Philippines.
No. I'd also see it's true though. It's like, oh yeah, knowing you're a Filipino, that freaking tracks.
Okay, yeah, no, that's crazy.
Oh my gosh, that's actually quite funny.
Mhm.
So now that, would you say that that is your biggest goal to achieve right now then? Is to
Yeah,
be considered a V singer?
yeah, it's one of my two goals. Being able to be considered a beat singer as well as considered as a like someone who is known in the FPS scene in
Ah.
like professional. Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, so you want to do professional FPS and professional singing.
Yeah. And like if I yes, but like for now I'll start off with like VTuber tournaments. And I'd love to do that.
What VTuber trainings you said?
Yeah, VTuber tournaments.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
VTuber tournament.
Absolutely.
Luckily, we can see that VTubers now are starting to come in and really do tournaments for almost anything, or really show their love for almost anything too.
Mhm.
We have such a
Yes.
large, vast, because it used to be, I feel like VTubers and they people VTubers would feel like they need to sing even if they didn't want to sing. But now you can have VTubers that just do anything. I mean,
Yeah.
you have retro game specific VTubers, you have mahjong only VTubers. It's really interesting.
Mhm. Yeah, like, and to be honest, whenever I see these VTubers like keep on coming out, like I always like keep an eye on them because like every time I see like VTubers like make things, it genuinely impresses me. Like that new agency that's coming out, like I forgot their name, but like I saw all their VTubers, they all look insanely like amazing, and like I could I could see myself looking up to them as well.
Wow. It's funny because
Mhm.
here are these really new VTubers and you continuously say looking up to them. Do you
Mhm.
um how do I say that? How do I ask this properly?
I mean, you can scuff it if you.
No. I just, that the idea is in my brain, but I want to
Mhm.
be able to properly convey it into a sentence, which is,
Hmm.
don't you ever feel like people should look up to you? Do you ever
What if
feel like it, or do you ever wish that people looked up to you?
what surprises me generally is every time someone comes up to me and say, "Oh, I look up to you so much. I wanna do something that you have done, and you were the core reason why I started doing this." I had some people, some VTubers even, come up to me and say this, and
Mm.
I generally, I I get like, I start like blushing. I'm like, huh, huh, hello,
Oh
why you
gosh.
look up to me, huh? Why do you look up to me? I'm just a guy. I'm just a chill guy who loves what he does.
Just a
And
chill
if
guy.
you, yeah. And whenever I see people like look up to me and see those comments, I feel like crying.
Oh, that's really sweet. It's so
Mhm.
interesting, right? Like I'm trying to obviously
Yeah.
mess around and like pick at your brain a little, but you're so confident. You have a lot of positivity. You know,
You almost got me a couple of times.
you achieve oh good. I don't know what that means, but sure. You achieve most of the things you want to do, and if you don't achieve them, you continue to push for them. And yet you
Yeah,
don't understand why people might look up to you?
I do understand it, but like I can't fathom or like I can't like wrap it around my head why like you look up to me. That's crazy.
Hmm.
And,
Is
um, to anyone who looks up to me, genuinely, bottom of my heart, thank you. Um, I don't, I'll get it, but sure.
he's like, so that's your opinion, but all right, I'll take it. No, see, this is the kind of like brain worm working that I like to do, where it's like you can obviously see how the human, well, monkey maybe, monkey brain, right, kind of just works against each other because realistically, here are all the great things that you know about yourself. And yet seeing other people appreciate that is like, really? Why? You know what I mean? So it's
My
a
brain
really
goes overdrive every time. I was like, and I start like, I legit find myself blushing.
what do you do to stop yourself from overthinking?
What do I do to stop myself from overthinking?
Or do you stop
I
yourself from
sleep.
overthinking?
I sleep. I legit sleep, or I take. One of the best things I've done is I literally pull out my phone, go downstairs, and go on the table, and just have like like acoustic music playing, and meet with like some hot water, and I just close my eyes and meditate, and that's what I do, and it works
Wow.
wonders.
You meditate.
Like I try to like I don't know if it's called like in meditating in a sense, but like I just take a step back, think, and
Mm-hmm.
just like relieve my mind. Having the hot,
Mm.
like the warm water there helps as well, because like it loosens up your limbs
Mm,
and
mm, mm,
everything. If it doesn't work, what I do is I literally just sleep, and
How
then
do
the next day I'm just like,
It's true. Once you sleep, you suddenly feel better the next day. But like, how do you see? That's my issue. Like, if I'm overthinking, that's the reason I'm not sleeping even. Like, I'll lay back in bed and now I'm alone with my thoughts and I just continue to overthink.
oh no, yeah, yeah. I also can get that. I'm a very much overthinker. I find myself overthinking quite a lot. I'm like, I need to do this. I need to do this. I need to do this, as well as like, oh fuck, there's this as well. But what I do is I just gotta end the day like happy. I think ending the day happy will not will let me be able to sleep, basically. Um, I just I don't know why, but I've always fallen asleep overthinking. I always fall asleep with my brain full on like working, and like immediately when I wake up, I start thinking again. Like I needed to do this. I needed to.
And then you go meditate and then you fall back
Yeah,
asleep.
yeah, hurry.
It's really hard, you know, it's really hard to kind of
Mhm,
balance that overthinking because sometimes it's do
mhm.
you and this is something that like recently I started figuring out about myself. Do you think you have addiction to work or addiction to stress? Do you think that you like overworking?
I am a workaholic.
Mm-hmm.
I am 100% a workaholic. You heard it here. I work too much. Yeah, I even if I have a full plate, right? I will always be willing to have a helping hand to anyone who needs help.
Yeah,
I
you're sick. I know that.
I
If you guys didn't know earlier, just a little bit earlier when we did the Pico Park collab, that was this third
uh-huh.
collab in a row, or like third stream in a
No,
row,
no,
or
this
was it?
this this is my third stream in a row. This is
Oh,
my back to
this.
back to back. I've had three streams. So technically, I've been streaming for 7 hours straight now, including this stream.
Good God, you sicko.
4
Um,
hours sleep. Let's go.
but yeah, yeah. So, do you think that being a workaholic is a toxic trait, or do you think it helps you with how you want to achieve things?
I really think it helps me with what I want to achieve things, because if you're a workaholic, even when you're depressed, you still work.
Oh, real. That's actually the
So
most
like,
relatable thing like I've had with you right now. Nope, real.
yeah, you're just like, oh, I want to dig myself 6 feet on. I need to still working.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think that at some point it might not be healthy, or are you like completely fine with it? You think that
So,
I know how to handle it, and that's the way that I am.
okay, it's healthy if you know how to take care of yourself.
Do
First
you
thing
think you
for
know how to take
foremost,
care of yourself?
healthy. Yes, I do. From the recent events, to reflex. I've I've taken care of myself 10 times more.
Yeah, you better.
I've been literally picking out all my foods and all that good stuff. And like
Mm-hmm.
I've been taking care of myself. I'm okay now. Like I'm great. Although I'm still like suffering from acid reflux, but I'm slowly getting better. It's way better
Mm-hmm.
than it was 2 months ago. So it's pretty good. And health. Just focus on it.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I worry about you because I know exactly the healthy or non-healthy things that you do. Well, yeah, I mean, realistically, like I can understand, overworking and letting that be using that to your benefit instead, right? But
Yeah,
what is a toxic trait you think you have?
a toxic trait I think I have is, of course, the overthinking. I overthink a lot. To the point where if one of my friends tells me something's wrong with them, I will think about them the whole day and be worried for them the whole day.
Mm,
I find like because I've noticed it myself. I prioritize others more than myself,
mm, mm,
and like seeing people happy around me is what drives me. So like my brain immediately thinks like, oh, I need to take care of this person. Because like I think um one thing I hate is seeing something I can't do anything about. Like it's a problem, but I can't do anything about it. That's the number one thing. And seeing a friend in need, I have to like, it's just within my morals or like my stuff to just
mm.
help them out personally.
Right, right.
Mhm.
Has that backfired on you yet?
Um, yes, but still on good terms. Like what do you call it? It's backfired, but like I learned from my mistakes, and I've obviously say sorry, and we're all okay. We're like, and like this is just me thinking. Like I'm trying to think. Um, of course, like I'm too kind of a person, right? But I can't bring myself to hate that person, right? Um,
Mm.
if that if that person is like, oh, I was like, okay, you hate me, all right, whatever.
Do
If you come
you
back, love you though.
like you're like, okay, yeah, you hate me, whatever, but like what it seems like to me, you're the type of person that gets really upset, that might get quite upset or worry about people disliking you, no?
I think. What do you mean by that? Like, huh?
Yeah, okay. It's like the people pleaser thing, right? Where it's like,
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean, obviously you
people
try your
pleaser.
best and you care so much about other people that if somebody is worried, you'll worry for them for the whole day. How do
Yeah,
you handle when people don't like you?
how do I handle when people don't like me? That's one of my fears, is to actually having one of my friends dislike me. That is one of my most feared things. If that ever happens, I will do it with my utmost priority to make up with that person and do what I can and atone. Like if it was something I did wrong, I will do gently what I can. Like actions speak more than words, so like I'll do exactly what I can to um get their forgiveness. If it doesn't work, it is what it is. Like you live, you
Mm,
learn, and it's just a mistake that you did, so you can. And the next time it happens, you know what to do.
mm, mm.
Mm.
And sometimes you just gotta deal with it.
Yeah, you just gotta deal with it.
Has there been a
Like
time
if
where you
that's
feel
life.
like, has there been a time where something like that has gotten in the way, like has stressed you out so much that it's gotten in the way of your progress or your work or anything like that?
Oh no, for sure. For sure. There's there's been like people out there that like I worry a lot about, and I generally care about them all. And like it's of course hindered my progress, right? It's just like a small job. Like it'll like if we worry about someone, you have a lot of time to finish the other project. But you can how do I word this? It's of course affected my work, and it has backfired, but we live and you learn. Okay, the more mistakes you make, the better. You'll be able to like become a better person down the road, and that's just life. Life's rough. Get over it.
Damn. You sound like you've gone through a lot in your life already, being such a young monkey. Would you say so? Would you say that you had to like grow up really fast?
uh, yeah, I've always had the mindset of like I've always had like the mindset of like I know I'm like kind of just like I have a different thinking mindset than some other people.
Mm,
Not to like any of that. Oh, I'm that guy. No, no, that's not none of that. But um, I I I I know I think differently than most people, right?
mm,
I definitely oh what very mature.
mm,
um, way more mature than your usual person. Um, um, the stuff that I've gone through is what honestly I'm grateful for the stuff I've gone through because it's helped me shape me. It shaped me into a better person more quickly, right?
mm, mm,
It's let it's and it's helped me so much. I'm not gonna lie. Made mistakes. I've made grave mistakes, but I'm here. I'm still cooking. You know?
mm, mm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Right.
hmm
It's quite insane. It's quite insane to hear you say that.
Yeah.
Just because like obviously you can show that underneath the funny monkey dude, right? There's still so much more of like continuously trying to push for your own success and always battling yourself so that you can continue to be positive, would you say?
Yeah. Greatest enemy is yourself. That's all I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna
Oh, I mean, it
say.
works out. I mean, like
Yeah.
it's just do you I don't know. I don't know how to say this. So whenever something happens or whenever you feel kind of down, you kind of say, "Oh well, tee," and
No,
it's
I go full on like, oh, yeah,
well,
shit.
I mean, you say tee hee very
I
often,
say
and
to you a lot. Yeah, I do.
I feel like it's like when you say tee hee, it's almost like whenever I tell a joke in like uncomfortable situations, it's like if I didn't laugh, I'd cry, right?
Oh
And
yeah.
do you do you
Mhm.
feel like that? Do you feel like that whenever you say tee hee, like tee?
Y- Um, yeah, I do. I one thing I've noticed is that I'm such a positive guy to the point when I don't, when I when I'm hurt, it's too late, right? I like it just comes all at once, just a breakdown.
Mm,
Completely comes out
mm,
all at once, breakdown, and like it's okay. It's bad, but like it's just what I've grown to be. I've always tried to be positive all the time, and
mm,
like whatever it happens, those breakdowns, it's just like another stepping stone you gotta get through. And of course, I need people around me to like get me out of it. But yes, um, it's definitely hard.
Yeah, it seems like you really are that type of person who
Mhm.
which makes sense. Do you because you're so positive, but that some of that regular not negativity, but regular other parts of the emotions have got to go somewhere, right? So you kind of
Yeah,
are like a pot and then when it boils over, it boils pretty bad.
the bottle explodes.
Exactly. But and
Mhm.
that's something that you're used to, but would you do you wish that you were able to kind of handle it differently? Do you ever wish you were
Yeah.
able to not have the bottle explode and be kind of more um be able to process more throughout and still be able to do your work?
Yeah, I do want to have like a way to like do it a different way because like having it explode all the time can be bad for you, like physically and mentally. Because like imagine it explodes, right? But
Mhm.
you have a panic attack. so that's bad. So you being able to like know what you feel all the time and being able to be aware of what you're capable of and what your brain is capable of, mental basically, uh, is good. So I want to like have like always like a 1 week conversation with some buddies, talk it out. I don't know what you're feeling,
Hmm. Mm.
and like even if like if guys, it's okay to cry. If even if you start crying, go. It's part of life. It's mm,
Yeah, that's it's tough because I feel like I do the same thing. You know what I mean, I'm very much and that kind of I feel like comes along with people who overwork and people
yeah.
who just have really big ambitions. Like it's all like the same type of people, which
Mhm.
is probably why we got along so quickly so well. Because
Yeah.
majority of the time that we actually spend together, it's just really working and asking each other, "Hey, how does
Working.
this look?"
Bestie, wow, the thoughts.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's insane. Exactly. I think we've
Mhm.
seen each other's in progress ideas very often. But as I
Mhm.
mentioned, I was basically saying like yeah, I also bottle up a lot of my negative emotions and then I'll turn to work. And work makes me feel better and also
Mhm.
do making progress on work makes me feel even better. So now I'm both distracted and progressing and succeeding.
Mhm.
But then at some point,
Yeah.
but then at some
It
point,
just
it just, yeah, it just
just
goes, huh?
happens.
It
It just
just
goes.
happens.
You're
I
just
just,
like you long day from work. You're very much satisfied what you did. You go on
mhm.
your bed, and then your brain just oh that
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that's totally understandable. I mean,
your brain screams at you. You dumbass. What are you doing?
was there ever a time where you were actually in fear of being able to do that?
Yeah. There is all the time actually. I'm in fear of like having immediate like breakdowns out of nowhere. Um, I myself like can handle myself like right, but once
Mhm.
I start talking about it, it starts going right.
Mhm.
Back
Mhm.
when you told that question, right? When you said let's say what's your motive? What drives you to keep on working? When I
Yeah.
said all my chat members, all the people around me, I almost started crying.
I know. I know. I could tell. It was my favorite thing in the world. You guys, my dream is to have people come on here and feel their comfortableness enough to just go cry.
You in the
The point of Who Are You Really is to make everybody cry. No, no, I
that's so
tease.
funny.
I tease. But
Mhm.
like as you said, you are very comfortable with your family. You know, you've talked it out
Yeah,
with
I love them.
them, and I know that. But you know, did you ever hide a lot of that from them when you were younger? When
Oh
did the
yeah,
catalyst?
when like I do hide, I do like hide like what I feel is my family a little bit because it's just hard to talk about. But like whenever I get in the conversation, it just throws out. Like I've become more accustomed to talking with them more, and it's just helped me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, guys, that talk to your family. Generally, good advice. It's really good. If you're ever going through something, talk to them.
And found family counts. Found family definitely
Hmm.
counts.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
but it's just like when did it happen? When did it go from I don't know if they'll understand to yeah, maybe I'm willing to talk about it.
When I broke down, of course,
Like it just
when
happened
like my
and you
first
kind of had
breakdown.
to.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Hmm. Um. There's a lot of times where I like broke down in front of my family, but that's okay.
Mm.
It
Mm-hmm.
helped me a lot, made me stronger mentally, and I feel like I can honestly. It's a very big word, but like in my terms, I would say I think I can take on anything with my family. What
Mm.
whole like torture me.
It's really nice. It's really nice to see how much like obviously the way that it's almost like little layers that I'm peeling off, and I can see, oh, this is why you feel this way. You have support, you have your family, and you know all those sorts of things. Um,
Mhm.
were you always close with your family? And
Oh yeah, for sure. I was always close with them. They've been there for me all the way,
do you think it's
and I
just the
love them for
way
that.
that you were raised, like your family was always close, and like maybe your parents were always good with that, or do you
Yeah,
think, oh, that's nice. That
yeah.
seems lucky.
We're all close to each other. We all love each other. If there is something happens, we immediately like prioritize each other.
Do you recognize how
We
lucky that
got all of
is?
it. Yeah, I do. Yeah. As much as I hate to say it, yeah.
No,
Because
no.
like I no, like it I don't mean it in that way because like I know there's struggling families out there and I feel like I want people to have the happiness and feel comfortable with
Mm-hmm.
their family.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. No, me too. Me too.
Hmm.
Always feels a little guilty because it's not always for everybody. You know, not everybody gets that, but
Hmm.
luckily we have found
Hmm.
families, and found families are so important as well. Uh, Families can come in all shapes and sizes, right?
Globie Genmars, yes sir. Shout out to them.
Yeah. What
Hmm.
is it? Trauma bonded.
Yeah, bro.
Trauma bonded found families. Oh gosh,
Hmm.
that's really funny. Well, you know, let's kind of take a little bit of a break of from, well, actually that's a lie. It's not a break from that, but I do have a different kind of question. The question that I
Yes.
have is, do you know any perceptions about you that either you don't like or you want to clear up?
Um, Perceptions like
Yeah.
gossip
Well, not necessarily
about me.
gossip. I mean, yeah, maybe gossip, maybe not necessarily gossip. Like, do you um how do I say it? Like, have you ever felt like people thought certain things about you that maybe you didn't agree with, or you want to clear up, or
Oh
you
yeah.
want to address?
Um, um, it's just been a thought in my head. Like me
Oh
being
no.
like the last guy in Globie Gen 1, right? I'm just I I just want to show my love to my gen mates. I want to support them all the way. I want to give them everything they deserve because of how hardworking they are. Like
Mm-hmm.
Reina, Miel, Pooh, Pippa, they deserve everything. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm one of you guys. I want them to succeed. I want them to have everything in the world, especially all my gen mates, Gen 2, Gen 3. You guys deserve everything. And
Mm.
um I'm just a guy who loves doing what he does. And if there's anything that you're dislike about me, that's okay because people have opinions and that's completely fine.
Well,
They
you say being the last guy in Gen 1, you want your gen mates to succeed. Now, I can understand always wanting your gen mates to succeed. Why do you mention being the last guy in Gen 1?
um yeah, I feel like it's just like me being like I guess lonely in a sense, or like
Mm,
me um like it's like me being the last guy from Gen 1, right?
mm-hmm.
There was times where I felt lonely, right? I'm the only
Right.
guy in Gen 1.
Yeah, right.
Um I don't know how people are gonna think about it because like seeing a whole like whole girls gen, whole girls gen, right? And there's
Mm-hmm.
only one guy in gen, right?
Mm-mm.
Most people would have like those thoughts, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just that guy who wants to generally support everyone around me. I want to
He's
give
just a
people
chill
all the
guy,
love.
everyone. He's just a chill guy.
like
Right.
like I might say like I might like, hey, I don't care, chat. If I see my gen mates have like some hot art or like some like if they look hot or anything, I'm gonna start marking. I That's what they, hey, they are slaying, okay? They deserve all the love and praise. I Monkey Bliss. I don't care.
He's just a very supportive person.
I'm just a very supportive guy. I like
Yeah.
if you showed me like if you showed me like my gen mates just in like like the summer art, right? That was
Right.
amazing, and
Yeah.
they were all in amazing like the designs of their swimsuits, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped working. I don't give a fuck.
It's understandable. Understandable.
But yeah.
It's like it's just to be clear, I'm a very supportive guy. As I'm supporting everyone, okay? It's not about
Yeah.
this. I bark for support.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I can definitely see that. Was that when Luca left when you started really feeling that, or did you feel that more
Yeah, when I
recently?
started really feeling it. Yeah, when Luca left, like
Mm.
having because Luca was my original like duo, my guy, and
Mm-mm.
shout out to Luca by the way, wherever you
Shout
are,
out to
I love you so much, man.
Luca. Shout out to
Genuinely, monkey
Luca.
buzz, bro. You are you're such a homie, bro. And um yeah, I did feel lonely,
Mm.
but it just healed. It healed over time, and I was able to handle myself. And I know, even though I'm the last guy, I know that my gen mates from Globie Gen have my back all the time. So
Mm.
I appreciate them so much for that.
Oh, that's so
Hmm.
nice. I'm so glad. I mean, it's really, I mean, it's not cool, but it's very nice and refreshing to see that even somebody who is by all means in their own way succeeding, right?
Hmm.
Succeeding, achieving things, being ambitious, having positivity, like even they have their own vulnerable moments that they push through. So it's just, it feels good. Feels good.
Hmm. It's great.
So everybody, you're okay to be vulnerable. It's all right.
Ah, yeah. Hey, don't wipe that tough smile over your face and cry now.
Let yourself cry. Once you let it go, it'll feel better.
No, really.
Yeah, no, that's actually real.
Mhm.
Sometimes, yeah. That's
Mhm.
that's quite intense. And then
Mhm.
there's a couple more things, but the first thing is what
Mm.
mm, how do I ask this? What should we expect from you next year? Not content
Oh.
wise necessarily, right? Because I feel like content is, yeah, we'll expect more covers, we'll expect more projects. Do you think what do you think we should expect from you in terms of you yourself? Like
Me
growth,
myself.
personality. Yeah. Do you think that you would change very much? Or do you think do you
I
have any New Year's resolutions for yourself even that is more in tune with how you want to portray yourself or be perceived?
One thing that I think will change, and I will try my hardest to, is become more confident in myself. Um,
Mm,
recent times where I've done things, like collabs, all that stuff, I've found myself being not confident enough, and
mm,
like I'd be like, "Oh, I'm that guy," and then I immediately just tone shift down into like a depressive tone immediately,
mm.
and like I do like it's something insane, and then I immediately like, oh, I'm nothing.
Dang, bro, you bipolar or what?
Yeah, for real. And I want to become more confident and be able to make a more healthy lifestyle myself, like
That's nice.
exercise, give myself that time, and be able to take care of myself way more than I did last this year. Uh, one thing on my list is definitely exercise. I am built like a freaking twig. If you literally anyone would be able to snap me in half, and I'd probably be 6 feet under.
It's true. He has been and multiple times he has been called a twink.
I've multiple times been so yeah. Exercise is definitely there. Um,
Right, right.
um, and there is going to be more confidence. I feel like exercise is going to build up my confidence a lot more. It's like a two for one
Mm,
thing.
mm,
And one thing I'll also be doing is I know you guys have seen my passion throughout like FPS and tournaments, right? I legit start screaming if I start like going off. I start locking in. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry to the people, by the way. If I remember like I was playing normal FPS, right? And I start like screaming whenever I like lock in, and people get surprised.
No, that's understandable. I actually had to apologize for people earlier today because I think you griefed me and I yelled. I like screamed the loudest I had ever on this channel. So I was like, "Oh my goodness. I feel so bad." Some people are falling
No, it's
asleep to me
okay.
at this
That's
very
passion.
moment. Yeah, I was
No.
it was funny too because yesterday I had said something about
Hmm.
yeah, why would because some people were like, "Oh yeah, when are we going to see Maeve rage?" Because I was playing CS2 and I play CS2 really comfy because I don't have expectations for
Hmm.
myself. Um I didn't realize that
No,
you were going to make
I
me
think you
rage
play
today.
CS2 really good.
What?
I think you're mechanically good in CS, right? I don't
Oh,
play CS, but I think you're pretty good. Like
I
you have the route. I was watching it. You have pretty good aim as well. You just panic.
I panic a lot. I appreciate that. Thank you. But I think it's that's the thing. I panic
Uh-huh.
and then I like don't really feel too bad about it. I mean, I hope that I improve
Mhm.
it someday, you know, if I continue to practice, but I think
No,
it's so calm and
you
comfy
definitely surprised me.
because it's so calm and comfy because I never really feel like I I struggle with
Mhm.
enjoying things except today when
Yeah.
you griefed me.
You know what? Heartfelt sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm really teasing. I'm really teasing. It was genuinely it was funny,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
but at that
It was
time
so
I was
funny.
like, "Oh my god, Leon!"
You piece of shit.
Yeah, I was like, "Putangina." I literally
I know. No.
I deafened
Go
and I
ahead.
was like I deafened and I was like, "Friendship over." I thought we were besties. We are not.
No, it's so funny because during that one time when the shooting part, right? When you
Mhm.
were on me and you were shooting, like you were on top of me, and I was a writer, right?
Uh-huh.
Right when it started, you dropped off. I was like, all right, GG's.
It was an accident because you know it's you forget
So I
like
was like,
that it's a new one each time.
I'm just like, oh, you know what? We're even now.
Yeah, yeah, we're even. It was funny.
Hmm.
No, I'm just, you know, overall really thankful that I was able to make such a fast friend that kind of had the
Hmm.
same work mindset in you, right?
Yeah.
And you obviously helped me with a lot of you know, templates and resources and everything. And you continue to do so even when you are busy. When
Hmm.
do you have time for yourself? And with that
Oh,
time for yourself, what do you do?
time for myself is when I literally time for myself is when I'm working on my projects. Of course, like people like some people are like, oh, you work while you have your time for yourself while you're doing that. You have no, I have a lot of fun when I'm
Mm,
working. And
that's
generally, I can't fathom enough. I have a lot of fun working, and I
mm,
also play games on the side. I play a lot of Valorant, even though I don't stream it much. But
mm,
that's when I really start to like just get a cool down from
mm.
my streams and everything. I will say that I am an attention whore. So
Real. Same.
I
You're right.
suddenly I literally suddenly like I can't like I'm not I'm sorry if I annoy some people, but I legit like text people a lot, like 3 people every day, and like make sure I'm always in the conversation in DMs.
Crazy. Crazy. That's
if I if
insane.
I if I don't like, it's just like I don't know if it's my monkey personality. I always crave talking to people.
Hold on. I think I
Oh,
just. Oh, okay. It was reconnected. I
okay,
say I really
I'm good.
enjoy talking, but then you know, we get busy and everything. And it's funny because you
Hmm.
say that you like to do work and that's your alone time, but you also do work with others. So is it really
Yeah,
alone time? Do you
I
still
don't like.
feel like it's alone time?
Yeah, I really do feel like it's still alone time because I get to enjoy myself. Talking
Mm,
to my bestest friends, like bestie you, being able to talk with the manager, you guys, it's really just what my alone time is. like that's what really helps me. Even when I have a bad day, like
Mm-hmm.
I remember having an insanely bad day, and then I got into like a call with like you, Maeve, and like my day was insanely just better, just
Mm.
instantly better. Or like another person from like Globie, right?
Mm. Do you think
Yeah,
hey, something tells me you might be an extrovert. I don't know.
yeah in like online, but in like when I go outside like in IRL, it's just like uh
Why?
I want to talk but I can't. I'm too shy.
Oh, you're really shy in person.
In person, I'm shy. But once we start talking to each other and we click, I start talking instantly. But like when
Mm.
I first meet up with people, I'm just like, oh, say.
Why do you think that online you feel so much more free?
I think I've just been online for years. I think I've just been accustomed to being online
Oh,
a
I
lot.
see.
Hmm.
iPad kid. Got it.
Hmm. I, what do you mean?
Oh, wow, iPad kid. That's insane.
Wow.
Do
If
you,
it's okay with you, can I need to take a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back.
yeah, no, of
It's okay.
course. Yeah,
Sorry.
no. Piss at the fucking seat here, bro.
I
Jesus.
say less. I say less.
Yeah,
Hold on. Let
no,
me get this one.
Jesus. Put the mic right where the bottle is. No, go pee. Jesus. Thank you.
I'll be right back. Give me 2 minutes.
Of course. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. I need to know his okay, his tracking has stopped moving. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, how dare he? You should have just I thought he was a people pleaser. His tracking is still moving. Why is his tracking still moving? Okay. I was worried. I was like, is he actually gonna try and pee here? Oh gosh. It's always I love speaking with people, and you can just tell that Leon is one of the like someone who I don't know. It someone who you see genuinely let their work drive them and absolutely love it. It's really insane because it's so easy for people to say, yeah, I'm a workaholic. Yeah, I'm a workaholic, right? Blah, blah, blah. But Leon genuinely lets work be the main motivator of his day to day life. Um, and I feel like he doesn't get tired in that same way. And like his stress is very like in short bursts until the end, but most of it is all about work. Uh Leon scoring low on the hikikomori test is like the weirdest thing for me. That's really hard for me to imagine. Yeah, because even I love to work. I always come up with new projects. I enjoy overworking. My favorite sometimes my favorite thing to do is to open a nice bottle of wine, turn on music, and think about businesses. And yet, even I can, have my own limits. It seems that Leon's limit really doesn't get easily defined, and his limit isn't necessarily about work. His limit just turns out to be about, um, how people perceive him, maybe how people understands his care and support. And that's true. I think it's very easy for a lot of people to have this preconceived notion, just because he's a very open person, and he mentions earlier, like when he likes an art, he goes bark regardless. And that's true. I've had the chance to become friends with him, but he genuinely, I see like like a younger brother, almost not a little brother, a younger brother, that's always supporting, always helpful, always being there when you need them. If I'm fighting with mom and dad and I'm like upset, like that's the younger brother that's gonna be like, hey, are you okay? um Working with him has been incredibly amazing. It's I've never really worked with somebody else who had such a large drive to work and do new things. Because it's so easy to come up with new ideas and overwork and everything, but he's always trying to push and go on to the next thing and innovate. And do I think that his ways of do I think that him breaking, kind of pushing, holding things aside so that he can work until the breakdown is healthy? No. But can I say very much? No, because I do the exact same thing, right? He's um not to like boost him up so much, but it's interesting. I didn't expect for I really thought that when I did Who Are You Really? I always wanted to know the core of people and what really drives them. And I thought that with Leon, I was going to be able to peel back all these layers and find out that there are these other things. But it's actually almost refreshing to peel back all of these layers and see that he really is just as transparent. Like I really do know, like that I knew that he loved to work. I knew that he loved to his job, and I really thought that at some point I was, he's gonna be like, yeah, of course I get tired. But blah 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 blah. But he really just loves to do it, and that's uh, it's baffling, right? Because when you yo, what's up, welcome back. Usually when you peel back all of these layers, you find other small core things, which is delicious, which is wonderful, but it's also just as cool to peel back all these layers and realize, wow, you really are just the person that you say you are. Thank you very much for such. There's really kind people in chat right now. Thank you so much.
Hello.
Hi, welcome back.
Hi. I'm like,
Yeah,
my bad.
welcome back. Welcome back.
Not gonna lie, I was holding that in for a while.
You could have just said it. You could have just. It's okay.
No, I forgot about it because I got too into the conversation.
I'm
Like, it was so
glad.
fun.
No,
It
I'm
was so
glad.
fun.
I'm really happy. I was actually just talking
Yeah.
about how you're you're an interesting specimen, essentially. Because when I did Who Are You Really? My main purpose is
Uh-huh.
to peel back all these layers and get to know people. And a lot of the times you peel back all these layers of someone and you start seeing how much more like different they can be, and not different in a bad way, just different in like all other things that they don't really think about or talk about. But when I peel back your
Mhm.
layers, it's very interesting because you are pretty
Mhm.
much exactly who you portray you are.
Yeah. Yeah. Gee.
Yeah, yeah. And it's just no, I mean it's nothing, you know. It's just really refreshing and interesting because I think even that a lot of
Mhm.
people still have their own reservations about themselves. So, some
Yeah.
people might not even know themselves all that well, let alone
Mhm.
but you seem to know yourself incredibly well.
Yeah. One of the things that I wanted to do, like, before I did content creation, is like while I was doing auditions, is like I did a full self-analysis of myself, what I liked, what I disliked, and just like proceeded to see who I really am as a person. And generally, as I used, like, from debut, I'm
Mhm.
a completely different person, right? But I'm aware enough to know who I am, and if something doesn't roll with me right, I can try it, right? But I won't do it necessarily, right?
Mm.
Mhm.
No, yeah, that's it is really interesting. How would you say that you've changed since debut?
Um, I watched my debut yesterday again, like rewatched the whole entire thing.
Yeah.
I cried.
Oh,
I wanted to. No, I didn't like not cry, but like I was dying. I was cringing so hard.
oh, oh my gosh. Why?
Such
Why?
a He was brother. Who the hell was brother? That guy was like, I don't know who he is. He was so awkward during debut. I couldn't stop screaming. And then my dumbass decided to rap on debut. I was
You rapped on your debut?
yes, I started
Oh
crying.
my
Dude, I did,
gosh.
yeah. And and like Um,
And you
like I
liked
can
it,
tell
right?
very much I was different, huh?
I said, and you liked it, right?
I think generally I did a good job on my debut, but I couldn't stop cringing because of how awkward I was. I was stuttering on everything. I was shiver me timbers. It felt like I was having a anxiety attack during the stream
Oh my god.
during that debut, which is it was funny. It was funny. It's funny seeing it now because of how much I've changed, and I was more of a less confident person then, as well as like it was completely new to me. Like all these new people I was seeing, and some people that I looked up to or were watching me in debut, and like during that time I was just like, oh my gosh, there's so many people that
Mm,
are watching me, and I'm here, and like
mm.
fast forward, and I'm just like, oh, 100 people watching me. Okay, all right. Confidence. I say less.
Just fake it till you make it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, I
For
mean, in what ways do you think you truly changed, though? Because in a debut, it's normal to be awkward or
Mhm.
nervous and stuff like that. What about yourself and your personality do you think, or maybe lessons that you've learned, really changed you from that day until now?
From that day is that um I used to be very, I guess, naive or like delusional. I guess.
Mm.
But learning forward, like moving forward to the one like a whole year, I've learned to become more mature, as well
Mm-hmm.
as be able to really convey myself and be more confident in what I do. Because back then didn't do anything. I don't have that much on my backlog that I could show. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and now moving on forward, personality wise, I know I can do this thing. I know what I can do, what I'm capable of, and I can strive further and
Mm-hmm.
further and further to like achieve more and greater things. So my confidence has just skyrocketed, but I
Mm-hmm.
still need to keep it there and not just fluctuate.
Right, 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 right.
hmm
Well, you're working on
Uh,
that, right?
yeah, I'm working on it.
Do you think that's the hardest thing that you're working on right now?
Um, yes and no, because I know I can keep my confidence up there. It's just I get too hyped, right? I think I find myself getting too hyped and me screaming in call with like three other VTubers. I kind of feel I kind of feel bad for
I
me
mean,
just being the
that's
only
oh,
like
okay.
the
So
screaming guy there.
I see. So once you feel bad, that's when your confidence kind of starts wavering then?
Yeah. Once I start
Ah,
feeling bad.
I
hmm
see. I see. That's
hmm
understandable. Do you think that you have a hard time confronting people if you feel like if you think that that you annoyed them or something? That you like that you know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
if I did annoy them with something, it really comes down of how I view it. If I do notice I annoyed someone, right, I would confront them immediately. Like,
Mm. You
I
don't
would
have
be
any
like,
trouble
"Yo,
with that
I
at
went too
all.
far." Huh?
You
Hmm?
don't have any trouble with that, you think, at all?
Yeah, I don't think so. I would be like, "Yo, I went too far there, and I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable. I
Mm.
was out of hand." Yeah, basically.
Wow. That's actually
And
quite interesting.
mm-hmm. And yeah, number one fear, making people hate me.
That's so crazy because actually what I literally had thought like, oh, I wonder what his like biggest because it's one of the usual questions when you do stuff like this, right? Where it's like, oh, what's your biggest fear?
Yeah.
But now I know for sure that your biggest fear is like having other people dislike you. Do you ever feel like you're dependent on like do you think it's unhealthy
Mhm.
ever that you're dependent on how people view you or perceive you?
Yeah, I think it's really unhealthy because in the end, you yourself are what drives you to become like you get that confidence, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And that ego boost. But if you put it out of the way as oh, uh, I want people to like me. I want people to see see what I do and enjoy what I
Mm-hmm,
do.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. And if it does backfire, people are like, oh, I hate you. Your mentality just goes on the low. you know?
Mm. Do you think you'll ever
Hmm.
try to change that then someday? How much
Yeah,
you
I think I should, but um, it's gonna be really hard
yeah.
because um because I really love my chat. I really love everyone
Mhm.
that I'm like that's with me. So it'll be hard.
Yeah, I agree also. I am also the kind of person. I'm just like
Hmm.
dude, I'm always trying to, like, oh, I'm always trying to make everybody happy, okay? If you have an issue with me,
Oh yeah, for
why? Like, why? Let me know. I can change, I swear.
let me let me know.
Let me know. Right.
Hmm.
Um, I do think that that's like a hard thing to live with though, because everybody
Yeah,
has
for
like
real.
so much of their own different opinions on you. What do you think is the
Hmm.
most important relationship you have right now in your life?
Family,
Yeah. Is it all
family.
everybody
Yeah,
in the family?
yeah,
Or is it
everybody.
like
Yeah, family.
a specific person?
Um, no, everybody in my family. Generally,
Wow.
I love them all. Yeah. They all, care for them all equally, and they all deserve everything. Generally,
Mm.
I would, yeah, I literally, another drive of mine is I work for my family. I want to give everything that I can give to them.
Jesus. That's insane. It's wonderful.
Mhm.
But also when you say like I work for my family, I'm like, Leon, you sound like you're pushing 40 with 2 kids. Like I work hard for my family. You know what I mean? That's
I was not in that way.
No, I
I
know.
just
It's
generally
just
enjoy it.
yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. That's interesting. Is
But
there what do
mhm.
you I was gonna say obviously being a VTuber is not the most lucrative if you're trying to, help with your family and all that stuff, or even, paying back debt and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Have you thought about what could be more lucrative that you would try to do that's not VTubing?
Oh, I would love to do I'd love to, what do you call it? Definitely go out there and do something that's not me to me, right? Um, let's say be more like Markiplier, more like Jacksepticeye, or like be more like what do you call it? Shoto,
Mm.
from Bishojo.
In like what way?
In what way? Do a lot more like what do you call it? It's how do I say this? Be more I don't know if I can say this actually. I don't know if I can say this.
Do you want to text it and then I can see what you're trying to convey, maybe? Oh, I see. I see what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Maybe
don't.
do something that is even a little bit more like usual of content creation.
The usual for content creation.
I
Hmm.
see. I see.
And like even like you know how what Shoto does in Shoujo. He goes tours. He goes to like other places. He went to Europe for like Expo. He went to Japan.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
be able to do like tourism. I want to be able to make tourism videos, explore the world,
Mm.
and go outside. Mhm.
Mm. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Still, is so just a reminder, everybody, Leon is doing a donathon that has something to do with that too. So
Yeah.
go check out his donathon. Before we start wrapping up anyways, what is
Hmm.
a good message about yourself, about your motto, about what you believe in, about what you want other people to perceive of you, about what you want other people to learn? What is a message about any of those things? It can be any of those things that you maybe want to put out there.
Um, I read this. I saw this of anime, and it's honestly helped me so much. It's a quote from ReZero, but like it's I also have a different one. what matters isn't the beginning or the middle, it's how it ends. And that's a quote that has gotten me like to keep on moving forward. And it's up to you guys to learn what that means.
It's different for
uh,
everybody, right?
yeah, it's different for everyone. And literally my one thing I want to say is keep pushing it. Your dreams will come true. You guys, it will come true, right? My dream hasn't been fulfilled yet, but I'm still pushing. I'm still pushing, doing whatever I can, and you guys can too.
Mm.
You guys think you're my chat. Some people in my chat, they think they're my biggest fan. No, I'm your biggest fan, guys. I want like whatever you guys are striving for. I'm rooting for you. So much less.
Yeah, I want whatever drugs you're on. It's I like meeting people who are, I feel like genuinely he's the kind of person to say, yeah, I'm just high on life. And that's like insane. Whenever I meet people like that, I'm like, okay, but really, what do you really, what are your traumas? Come on, tell me. You know what I mean? It's just so funny. But
oh, I have some, brother.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you have some, but it seems like you handle and deal with them really maturely. And, you know, would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you agree that you handle them generally maturely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You acknowledge
I'm
them
high. I'm always high.
on life. On life, everyone.
On life. On life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that it's very, very cool how driven you truly I'm like trying to find all the right beautiful words, right? But I think it's really cool how driven you are. I think I had this quote that I've always loved since I was a kid, and it was, find what you love and let it kill you. And when I was growing up, somebody said that's so depressing, and I said, is it? Why would it be depressing to die doing what you love, right?
Dude, that's a good quote. That's a really good quote. I like that one.
Yeah, and I feel like you just are that type
Yeah.
of person. I mean, one day we're all gonna
Mhm.
perish anyways, and you might as
Yeah, for
well
real.
perish doing the things that you love, right?
Mhm.
So,
Preach.
I feel like that quote really just embodies you a lot. I really admire the push and the drive, and I can see a little bit more now of, well, actually, no. I
Right back
thought that
at
I
you.
would
You
learn.
admire me, I admire you. That's crazy.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, stop. I was gonna say, I thought that I would like sit here and learn about all like your other things, but genuinely, it's cool. It's cool to see that, you know, my work buddy is really just about work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It
Alrighty.
really is. That's all there is.
It's just about work. Yeah. But thank you
Yeah.
so much, Leon, for coming on to Who Are You Really? I really appreciate
Mm-hmm.
it. You are one of the very first senpais that I actually knew about from Globie ever. So I feel really happy and blessed that we have a friendship, but I'm glad to be able to
Mm-hmm.
pick your brain a little bit more here. And honestly, the one thing that I can say about you is just you know yourself really well. And that's a very admirable trait, and it's very difficult to do that. Even I think a lot of people have trouble with that. So I think if you take anything from this, it's just you're doing a really good
Mm-hmm.
job knowing yourself, you know?
Mm-hmm. Hi.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, yeah, of course. And once again, congratulations on your first year anniversary. Do
Mm.
you go plug yourself?
Ah, yes. Sarugaku Leon Jr.
Tell them about
Say,
your donathon.
oh, okay. I have a donathon, and it will be a 3-week donathon, December 9th to 27th, and it will be the goal is £3,000, while I will be making a flight to Japan if we reach that goal. And I truly, really want to reach that goal because I want to tour places. It's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so fun
And
to go
then
to
he's
Japan.
gonna take pictures
Uh-huh.
for
Oh my gosh.
everyone.
I'm gonna do vlogs and stuff, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So please check out Leon also just dropped off drop off candy. He obviously has a beautiful new outfit, and I'm so happy that we'll be able to see his outfit today for Who Are You
Oh,
Really? I feel so blessed about that. And you know, overall just thanks Leon for pushing with 4 hours of sleep to come
yeah.
here and to make sure we got to do this. It was a true pleasure to really get to know you.
Mhm.
You know, in kind of like a space where I get to just badger you with questions.
Mhm.
And be able to share, you know, how I be able to share the things I know about you, basically, to chat.
Mhm.
Do you have anything else to
Yeah.
say?
I don't know actually. I'm just I all I can say is just I'm really happy right now being able to talk like this. It's just it I'm like in high spirits. Like I'm like schmoovin.
Yeah, yeah. You're feeling
Yeah.
good. Do
I'm
you feel
feeling
like
good right now.
do you feel like
Really
maybe
good.
you got to really tell your truth?
Yeah. Mhm. I feel like I was able to like do a more like inspection of me myself and be able to get a little closer to chat and
Mm,
tell them who I am. And
sweet.
I like being transparent.
Yeah. I think we
We
could
talk.
tell. I think we can tell. But sure, wonderful. Thank you so so much. And everybody, thank you so much for coming and hanging out and being part of episode 2 of Who Are You Really? Featuring Sarugaku Leon Sarugaku?
Sarengaku, yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Sarugaku Leon Jr. Over here, our bestie. Let's see. I think next time you find what Leon, you have stream tomorrow?
I think I do. Depends if
So
I fall asleep.
Leon has stream tomorrow. I also will have a stream tomorrow. I'll be playing a Buckshot for the first time.
I mean
Um,
that.
or tonight. What? About you
Huh?
mean
Huh? Huh?
Buckshot? Buckshot.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I hope that everybody got to kind of really learn more about us and have a good time and get to know
Mm-hmm.
us more than just whatever it shows on the picture and whatever we say in every stream. So, seal
Mm-hmm.
kisses and ocean wishes. Thank you, everybody. Bye
Bye-bye!
bye. So cute. Oh my gosh.